Instead of directly going into oxidation and reduction reaction, first we need to know briefly about oxidation reaction, reduction reactions. What is oxidation reaction? Any substance which gains oxygen, or loses hydrogen during reaction, is called oxidation reaction. Next, what is reduction reaction? Any substance which loses oxygen, or gains hydrogen during reaction, is called reduction reaction. Now, we know what is oxidation and reduction. So, it is easy to define what oxidation and reduction reaction is. Oxidation, reduction reactions. A reaction which gains oxygen, or loses hydrogen, and loses oxygen or gains hydrogen, are called oxidation, reduction reactions. Please note that, oxidation-reduction reactions are also called redox reactions. In the name redox, the term red stands for reduction and ox stands for oxidation. Here are some examples for oxidation reaction. Example 1, oxidation reaction. The word equation is, magnesium plus oxygen, on oxidization, gives, magnesium oxide. Here on left-hand side magnesium and oxygen, which are element, are called reactants, and right-hand side magnesium oxide, which is compound, is called products. The chemical equation is, in this reaction, magnesium gains oxygen to form magnesium oxide, which is called oxidation reaction. Please note that, in oxidation reaction, the substance which gives oxygen for oxidation is called an oxidizing agent. Let us see the next example for reduction reaction. The word equation is, water on reduction, gives, hydrogen plus oxygen. Here on left-hand side, water, that is compound, is reactants, and right-hand side hydrogen, oxygen, which is element, is products. The chemical equation is, in this reaction, water is losing oxygen. Hence, it is a reduced reaction. The process of reduction is just opposite to oxidation. Please note that, in reduction reaction, the substance which removes oxygen for reduction is called a reducing agent. In the previous sessions, we learnt about oxidation and reduction reaction separately. Now we are going to learn oxidation and reduction reactions in a single reaction. Do you know that sometimes oxidation and reduction reactions can happen in one single reaction? Let us see the example for redox reaction, oxidation, reduction reaction. The word equation is, zinc oxide plus carbon, on redox reaction, gives, zinc plus carbon monoxide. Here on left-hand side, zinc oxide, that is compound, carbon, that is element, are called reactants, and right-hand side zinc, that is element, carbon monoxide, that is, compound, are called products. The chemical equation is, in this reaction, zinc oxide is losing oxygen and carbon is gaining oxygen. Please note that, oxidation, reduction reaction is also known as displacement reaction. Let us do an experiment to understand oxidation and reduction reaction. The experiment is, oxidation of copper to copper oxide. The apparatus required for this experiment are china bowl, burner, tripod stand, and wire gauge. The chemical required for this experiment is copper powder. The precautions to be followed during the experiment. Please take care while handling the bowl before and after heating. Let us do the experiment. Take a clean china dish with 1 gram of copper powder. Heat the dish with the help of burner. Observe the change after heating. We observe that the surface of copper powder gets coated with black color substance. When we pass the hydrogen gas to the heating material, observe the change. On passing hydrogen gas to the heated material, the black coating on the surface turns brown as the reverse reaction takes place. The conclusion for this experiment is, the black color substance, which is formed on copper by heating, is called copper oxide. Oxygen is added to copper to produce copper oxide. Brown color substance which is formed on passing hydrogen gas to copper oxide is called copper. as the reaction reversible from copper to copper oxide, and from copper oxide to copper, by gaining and losing oxygen, we can conclude that it is oxidation and reduction reaction. The chemical equation of this reaction is oxidation, reduction. Oxidation, reduction reaction is. Some other examples for redox reactions are. Example 1. The chemical equation is. In the above reaction, carbon is oxidized to carbon monoxide, and zinc oxide is reduced to zinc. Let us see the next example. The chemical equation is. In the above reaction, hydrogen chloride is oxidized to chlorine, and manganese dioxide is reduced to manganese chloride. From the above examples, we can say that, if a substance gains oxygen, or loses hydrogen during a reaction, it is said to be oxidized. If a substance loses oxygen, or gains hydrogen during a reaction, it is said to be reduced.